The rain tapped softly against the hospital window as 19-year-old Sarah held her newborn son for the very first time. His tiny fingers wrapped around hers, and in that moment, she forgot the pain, the fear, and the cruel voices outside the room. But the happiness lasted only minutes. Her father stormed into the hospital room with cold eyes. "You are not keeping this child," he said sharply. "This baby will destroy our family's name." Sarah begged through tears. "Please, he's my son. I'll work, I'll do anything." But no one listened. The baby was taken from her arms before sunrise. The only thing she managed to leave with him was a tiny blue blanket with the words, "Mommy loves you forever." For the next 22 years, Sarah lived with an emptiness no one could understand. Every birthday, she baked a small cake for the son she never got to raise. She kept a box filled with letters she wrote to him, letters he would probably never read. "I wonder if you like music. I wonder if you smile like me. I hope someone hugs you when life gets hard." Her husband Mark knew about her past, but even he didn't realize how deeply the wound still hurt. One evening, while cleaning the attic, Mark found the dusty box of letters. He sat silently reading page after page, tears filling his eyes. That night he asked softly, "If there's even a small chance of finding him, would you want to try?" Sarah's voice trembled. Every single day. Mark secretly contacted a DNA service and uploaded Sarah's information. Weeks passed. Nothing. Then one quiet Sunday morning, Sarah heard Mark shouting from downstairs. "Sarah, come here." She rushed down, frightened. Mark stood frozen in front of the computer screen. DNA match found, 99.9% parent-child match. Sarah's legs nearly gave out. The profile belonged to a 22-year-old man named Daniel living only 3 hours away. Her hands shook as she typed the message. "I don't know if you've been searching for me, but I've been searching for you my entire life." Hours passed with no reply. Then suddenly, a notification appeared. "I think I've been waiting for this message forever." Sarah burst into tears. Daniel explained that he had grown up with loving adoptive parents, but he always wondered why his biological mother gave him away. Deep inside, he feared he had never been wanted. Sarah cried while reading his words. Wanted? She had loved him every day of her life. A week later, they agreed to meet at a small cafe near the lake. Sarah barely slept the night before. What if he hated her? What if she disappointed him? The cafe door opened at exactly 4 p.m. A tall young man stepped inside, and Sarah's breath stopped. He had her eyes. Daniel looked nervous too. His hands trembled as he walked toward her. For a few seconds, neither spoke. Then he noticed the faded blue blanket folded beside her purse. The same blanket his adoptive parents had kept all these years. His eyes filled with tears. "You kept it," he whispered. Sarah broke down crying. "I never stopped being your mother." Daniel stepped forward and hugged her tightly. 22 years of pain, guilt, loneliness, and unanswered prayers disappeared in one embrace. People around the cafe quietly wiped away tears watching them. But the moment that shattered Sarah's heart the most came later. As they walked beside the lake during sunset, Daniel finally asked the question he carried his whole life. "Why did you give me away?" Sarah looked at him with trembling eyes. "I didn't," she whispered. "They took you from me." Daniel stared at her silently, and then pulled her into another hug, even tighter than before. "No wonder," he said softly, "because somehow I always felt loved."